League round. And Bubba.
Well, that was absolutely cocked.
And a very good afternoon to you indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sunday afternoon. It's the 15th of October 2023. 2 months and 10 days to go until we reach Christmas Day, and also not long to go before we reach the start of 2024. Yes, exciting times coming up now, everyone, as we are approaching the final months of the year. I'm Darryl Johnson. Great to have your company today. It is the FA Cup first round draw. Now, we've had all the qualification rounds. We've had the preliminary round, the extra preliminary round, of course. We've had the qualifying rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. The fourth round obviously took place yesterday. And I'll tell you what, we had some very surprising teams qualifying for this round. Anyways, thanks very much, everyone, for joining us today. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing what happens in this draw. Big thanks, of course, to Liam, who was supposed to be joining me today. He's sadly not going to be able to join me. He's out watching the Plymouth Argyle women. He completely forgot that the women were playing today and he was going to it. So it is just me today. But Liam did kindly put all the ball numbers on the StreamYard, which I will put on, of course, for you all in a moment. But do us a favour, of course, please make sure you drop us a like on the stream. That would be absolutely marvellous. I know we have started the stream a little bit earlier than I think most people would have expected, because actually the draw is not really meant to happen until 2:30, but it gives me time to obviously talk to everyone, of course, and all that jazz. So 48 teams coming into this round, obviously, from the League 1 and League 2. Championship teams do not come in until round 3. So we have the 48 teams in alphabetical order going from League 1 and League 2. And then from numbers 49 onwards to 80, we have the 32 teams that qualified from the qualification rounds. I'll give you the ball numbers now. Look at the bottom of your screen here. And number 1 is Accrington Stanley. Number 2, AFC Wimbledon. 3, Barnsley. 4, Barrow. 5, Blackpool. 6, Bolton. 7, Bradford. 8, Bristol Rovers. Number 9 is, of course, Burton. 10, Cambridge United. 11, Carlisle United. 12 is Charlton. 13, Cheltenham. 14, Colchester. 15, Crawley. 16, Crewe. 17 is Derby, 18 Doncaster, 19 Exeter, 20 Fleetwood, 21 Forest Green Rovers, 22 Gillingham, 23 is Grimsby, 24 Harrogate, 25 Leyton Orient, 26 Lincoln City, 27 Mansfield, 28 MK Dons, 29 Morecambe, 30 Newport County, 31 Northampton, 32 is Notts County, 33 Oxford United, 34 Peterborough United, 35 Port Vale, 36 Portsmouth, 37 Reading, 38 is Salford, 39 Shrewsbury, 40 is, of course, Stevenage, 41 is Stockport County, 42 Sutton, 43 Swindon, 44 Tranmere, 45 Walsall, 46 Wigan, 47 Wrexham, 48 is Wickham, 49 Scarborough of Oxford, they went to replay, 50 Oldham Athletic, 51 Marine, 52 Worksop, 53 Fylde, 54 Hereford, 55 York or Needham Market. Number 56 is Solihull Moors, 57 Chesterfield, 58 Alfreton Town, 59 Chester, 60 Chelmsford City or Whitby, 61 Curzon Ashton or Kidderminster Harriers, 63 Gateshead, 64 Aldershot, 65 Maidstone, 66 Ramsgate, 67 Averley or Barnet, 68 Hemel Hempstead Towns or Woking, 69 Horsham and 70 Eastleigh. Just got to go on to the next page because we couldn't fit all the numbers on. 71 Yeovil, 72 Bromley, 73 Maidenhead, 74 Braintree or Chesham United, 75 Bracknell, 76 Worthing, 77 Bournemouth, 78 Quay Valley, 79 Ebbsfleet or Slough Town, and 80 is Billericay or Sheppey United. Why on earth has Liam put a sheep on it? Get rid of that. Yeah, we couldn't fit all the 80 numbers on the one banner, unfortunately, for StreamYard, because it's only up to. I will say, by the way, mate, Luca, That's not going to happen unless you get to round 3, because Plymouth won't come into round 3. They come in with the Championship and the Premier League sides, which will be in round 3. This is round 1, of course, for the draw. 32 teams are qualified from the qualification stage, come into this draw, along with the 48 teams coming in from the EFL League 1 and 2. Drop us a like on the stream, everyone. And it is, of course, the FA Cup first round draw. Hope you're looking forward to this. Let's have a look at the live chat then. I won't put them all on screen, obviously. Hello, Luca. Thanks very much for joining. Joshua Crafts as well. Thanks for joining us. MK and Hunsby Spurs later on in the tournament, maybe. Can't wait to see you, MK. Get Alexander out. Sorry. Big up you 9 people. 20 now, actually. Thanks to me for putting the ball numbers in. That's from Liam. Aye, cheers very much, mate. Hello, Nicola. Thanks very much for joining us. And everyone else who's just tuned in, thanks very much for tuning in and chilling with us on this Sunday afternoon. The draw obviously starting in a bit. It is the first round draw of the Emirates FA Cup. But been an interesting international weekend, hasn't it? We've had some interesting national games. Obviously, I mean, excluding England, the England game against Australia. You can let me know your thoughts on that game, of course. If you haven't been back to watch the stream and the reaction, of course, you can do, of course, by clicking on the channel icon, and it'll be the first stream that pops up, but underneath this one, obviously. Just let you know, in the 2 o'clock kickoff between Georgia and Cyprus in Group A, in Scotland's group, currently Georgia 0, Cyprus 0 in that game. A lot of Euro games taking place, actually, today. England against Australia was a bit of a poor game, I thought, but Australia should have got themselves at least a draw from that game. I don't know what you all think. You can let me know, obviously, in the live chat, of course. But some interesting games in the Euros, of course. France beating Netherlands by 2-1. Portugal just about beating Slovakia, didn't they? Belgium just scraping a 3-2 win against Austria as well. And obviously on Saturday, some interesting games in the EFL leagues. Mansfield, who are in this draw, of course, along with Notts County, battered them by 4-1. Notts County were top of the league, and it's now Stockport at the top of the league. I'll tell you what a topsy-turvy season this is turning out to be. There was literally 6 points, right? There's 6 points between top of the league and 10th in League 2. I'll tell you what it is. Stockport 26, Notts County 24, Mansfield 23, Crewe 23, Wrexham 23, Swindon 22, Gillingham 22, Wimbledon 21, and Accrington, of all teams, right? Of all teams, Accrington and Crawley both on 20 points. So, tell you what, it's a very, very close season this season, isn't it? Especially in League 2. Some good results in League 1 as well for Blackpool, 3-0 win against newly promoted Stevenage. Of course, a draw for Cambridge against Shrewsbury. Leighton Orient beating Carlisle was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? And Burton beating Lincoln as well. Just keeping an eye on the data at the minute, Stephen Bunting, Jules Van Dongen's gone to a final leg decider. 5-all in Hildesheim. League 1's also very interesting, but there is a big gap, obviously, between third and top. 28, 27, and 22 at the moment. So still fairly tight on the race for top 6. So interesting games. There were some very interesting games yesterday, but also the FA Cup qualifying, which, of course, I will tell you about now. Obviously, the draw's meant to start at 2:30. Go and get it pulled, but do stick with us, of course, as I'll give you a little bit of build-up going into the draw, of course. Bracknell beat Dagenham and Redbridge. They're into round 1. Would you believe it? They scored in the 94th minute to knock out Dagenham and Redbridge. What a result that is for them. Ramsgate as well, getting into the first round by beating Totton by 1-0. Not a result you'd have probably expected. AFC Fylde beaten Leek by 3-1. I think we all knew that was probably going to happen. Aldershot beaten Louise by 4-1 as well. Alfreton beaten Macclesfield 3-1 was a bit sad actually for Macclesfield. I'd like to have seen Macclesfield back in the first round. Sorry, would have made a change. And they're actually in Masks League now. We play against them this season. I'm looking forward to that. Oldham Athletic beat Altrincham. They're into the first round again, and Averley managed to get a draw 2-2 last minute, despite being down to 9 men against Barnet. Barnet were 2-0 up and then they equalised for 2-2 in the last minute. That will go to a replay, which will take place, obviously, at Barnet's ground on Tuesday night. Billericay drew 1-1 with Sheffield United as well, which was a bit of an interesting result as well. Sheffield United, obviously, have never got to the first round. They have never, ever got to the first round of the Emirates FA Cup. So if they are to beat Billericay, they'll have to do it at home in the replay, which will be quite a result for Sheffield if they get through. Bournemouth, just to say, scraped past Welling by 1-0. Last minute goal for Bournemouth. And game shot in the match, Stephen Bunting has knocked out Jules van Dongen in the final leg. River Tops finished 15 darter as well. So, he got a bit fortunate there, didn't he? But there you go. I want Solihull. Solihull would be interesting time for you, wouldn't it? I put a sheep because they're called Sheepy United. They're called Sheppy United, not Sheepy. Is it 2:30 yet? I don't know what Nicola's put WS for, but okay. Let's have a look. Other results then. Braintree 0-0 against Chesham. Another team looking to get themselves into the Emirates FA Cup first round. For the first time, they will be in the draw today. They have a replay after drawing 0-0 at Billericay. They'll be at home for that replay as well. Bromley won 3-2 against Wealdstone. Wealdstone clawed it back to 3-2 in the last minute, but it was sadly too little too late for them. Bromley advanced to the first round. Whitby, who in Masks League, drew 2-2 away to Chelmsford after being 2-0 up as well. So they have a replay at Whitby as well. Chesterfield beaten Kettering by 5-0. Think we knew that was likely to happen. That's no disrespect to Kettering. Here's a surprise though. Quay Valley into the first round of the Emirates FA Cup. And I think for the very first time, if I am not mistaken. No, I beg your pardon, actually. They're into the first round for the second time. First time since 2020. They lost to Haventon Waterlooville in that season in the first round by 1-0. So it's the second time and the first time since 2020 since Quay Valley last got to the first round. They won 5-2 against Enfield Town. So they got there in some style, didn't they? Curzon Ashton beat Tamworth by 0-0. Again, a result that probably may not have been expected, but it's a cracking result for Curzon. Eastleigh beat Dover by 0-0. Not really at all surprised there. Ebbsfleet drew 2-2 with Slough. That goes to a replay. The biggest shock of the tournament, FC Halifax, the current FA Trophy champions, who obviously, as you'll be aware, beat Gateshead in that final and are currently in the National League Premier with Gateshead. They lost by 0-0 against a team from Masks League, the 7th tier side from the Northern Premier Division. Marine have knocked out FC Halifax of the Conference Premier. Now, I'm sure you'll all remember Marine obviously got a tie against Tottenham Hotspurs a good couple of seasons ago, which they obviously lost by 5-0. But they were against Premier League opposition, weren't they? So you can sort of understand it a little bit. But Marine into the FA Cup first round again. And obviously last time they win this round, they ended up getting quite far and ended up playing against Tottenham in, I think, the fourth round of the FA Cup. And it's fair to say the Marine commentator actually got a little bit excited. Chester knocked out Hartlepool United. Chester have obviously the National League North knocked out Pools by 2-0. Awful performance from Pools by the sounds of it. So questions being asked again of John Askey. But at least they can focus on the league. Hemel Hempstead 0, Woking 0. That's gone to another replay. Hereford knocked out Rochdale as well, which is a bit of a surprise, considering their National League North. But they've gone into that game with some really good form, actually, because they obviously they beat Anstey Nomads. They beat Bishop Stortford. Cambridge City drew against South Shields, which is a good result for them. And then they've obviously beaten Rochdale by 1-0 late on as well. Fremantle, it was with the goal late on as well. So that's a result big result for them. Hereford getting into the first round. Horsham FC getting into the first round of the Emirates FA Cup as well by beating National League side Dorking Wanderers by 2-0. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they've ever got to the first round of the Emirates FA Cup. But that's a cracking result for them. Kidderminster beat Ashton by 2-0. Oxford City got a 2-2 draw with Scarborough, which means they'll be taking on Scarborough again at Oxford City's ground. Solihull Moors won 4-1 against Biggleswade Town. Gateshead through to the FA Cup first round once again. They beat Stourbridge by 3-0. Torquay lost to Maidstone by 2-0 at home. And Meston Supermare were on really good form. Lost 3-0 at home to Maidenhead. Maidenhead have a very good side, though, in fairness. Worksop won 3-2 against Boston United. So fair play to them. That's another team that has come up from the Northern Premier League East Division, because they won the league and they're in Masks League now at the moment. They won by a penalty and they went down to 10 men as well. So fair play to them for hanging on there. Worthing won 2-0 against Bath. Well, that'll have been an early Bath for them. Yeovil 2, Southend 0, and York City drawing 0-0 against Needham Market. I'm sure you'll all know Needham Market were the team who knocked out #United in the second qualification round, and went on to knock out Peterborough Sports as well. And they've got a draw against York City, and that replay, obviously those replays will take place Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll see if I can find the exact ones. Looks like they're all going to be on Tuesday. Nothing with regards to Wednesday. So all the replays are going to take place on Tuesday evening. So some very interesting ties and some interesting results. Marine beating Halifax is obviously, I think, the biggest shock of the tournament, easily. Biggest shock of the tournament by a country mile. Welcome to Mark, by the way. Thanks very much for joining us. Gutted the Scarborough couldn't hold our lead against Oxford. Yeah, but I say, you got to remember Oxford City, our conference premier side, obviously user company in the Conference North, after being promoted from the league that Mask United are now in. So you got promoted 2 seasons ago, didn't you? In the playoff final, it was. I can't remember who it was you actually played against, but you did get promoted in the playoff final, I do remember, and then obviously you stayed in the National League North. But you got to remember that you are against a National League Premier side. You know, it's always difficult. Oxford City are a decent side. And I've got to tell you that Oxford City are decent at home as well. So do I see Scarborough coming away with the win at Oxford City? I'm not 100% sure, but it would be amazing to see Scarborough get through to the first round again. And obviously, I mean, it'd probably be it's been a long time since you've been in the first round of the Emirates FA Cup, of course. You know, be nice to see a former Football League side, obviously, getting into the first round again. Be nice to see a former Football League team. The ref was a bit anti-Scarborough. I don't know, mate, because obviously I'm not a Scarborough fan myself. My non-league team is actually Mask. So one of your rivals in a way. I say rivals. I mean, don't ask me. I don't know. But yeah, the likes of you and Whitby and Redcar, etc., are classed as big rivals for us, as well as Gisborne. So I just go by what I've been told sometimes in Strivy. But yeah, I mean, I say rivalry aside, it would be nice to see a team like Scarborough back in the possibly back in the EFL. I don't know whether that would happen anytime soon. You'd have to get obviously you'd have to get promoted, obviously, and then try and do well in the Conference Premier, which is not an easy division at the moment. But it's a very difficult league, the National League North this season. There's been some really surprising results. Masks should be on the up soonish. Well, we are. I would say otherwise. We did get ourselves a win yesterday against Basford, which was a massive result for us because we've been struggling, as I'm sure you know. We've been bottom of the league, and we've now moved up the table a little bit by 1. Our next game is on Saturday, and it is away to the team that are bottom of the league. I think it's Saturday. Is it Saturday or is it Tuesday night? We're playing away because we're playing against Stafford Collieries next, who are bottom of the league. We've gone above Basford actually because Basford are now 21st. And there's not much separate the teams, actually, because I know we've played an extra game. But if we can win on Tuesday and the likes of Bradford and Stafford keep dropping points, etc., then we can get ourselves out of the relegation zone. I think it's Tuesday that we are playing against them. I will just quickly have a look, actually, while I'm at it. Northern Premier League, Premier Division, fixtures and results. Tuesday... Okay, no, it's not. It's Ashton against Matlock and Marine against Macclesfield. That's going to be a class game. So, yeah, Saturday afternoon is when we take on Atherton Colliery. So we beat them. And if we can beat them and Bradford lose to Worksop, which I can definitely see happening, to be honest with you. And who else is it that we need to rely on? Stafford Rangers losing to Bamber Bridge. So if we can win and results go our way, we could be out of the relegation zone by Saturday night. So you never know. It hopefully will be on the rise, but that win was vital because that's the first of two relegation 6-pointers for Mask United. Obviously, it's a massive. The massive games that we have to get ourselves a win in. I'm not going to lie, I did see our goal, and I thought it was offside, but I couldn't care less, quite frankly, to be honest with you. But if you have just tuned in, thank you very much for joining us. At the minute, we are obviously chatting about different things, obviously football related. But if you have tuned in, this is the live watch along for the Emirates FA Cup first round draw, brought to you live by myself, Darryl Johnson, live on Dazzer's Football Stand. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you get involved in the live chat, of course, as much as you can. Also, make sure you get in. You make sure that you give us a follow on social media as well. Make sure you share the stream around on socials. 97 checkout for Damon Hetta. Lovely, jubbly. And also be sure to drop us a like on the stream. That would be absolutely marvellous. Would really appreciate that. I'll go through the ball numbers once again for you very, very shortly. I've got my iron brew here, so cheers, everyone. Up your nose. There you go. Hope you joined in at home. I apologise, I'm using the Manchester United glass, but you can just say, just about see the United logo, I think. It's not very good because of the light, or because of the lighting. But I just remember the first glass I could find. So there you go. Scarborough home tie, please. I want Scarborough away. Scarborough versus MK Dons. That would be a tie, wouldn't it? And obviously, I think MK Dons would probably win it. But you never know. You never know. Scarborough aren't a bad side, especially away from home. Away at Scarborough. Sorry, when Scarborough's at home, I meant getting me words in the muddle. Scarborough, when they play at home, aren't a bad side. So I reckon it won't be easy. It wouldn't be easy for MK Dons if they did get him. But we have to say, I reckon we'll get a few. I reckon we're guaranteed to get at least probably 2 or 3 League One, League Two ties, and then obviously probably 2 non-league ties. We're bound to get EFL ties, aren't we? You know, the game, the draw. The draw is on ITV, actually, believe it or not. It's on ITV, and it's starting in a couple of minutes by the looks of it. I've just got the darts on at the same time at the moment. So anyone interested in the darts? Martin Lukeman just phoned for 1-1 here. There we go, 1-1 on 88. Lovely. If MK get a home tie, I'll be fuming. Yeah, he won the away tie. I mean, Scarborough's also a bit of a tourist place as well. Scarborough's not a bad place. Although I think I prefer Scarborough back in the day compared to now. And I know a lot of people prefer Scarborough from back in the day compared to now, obviously. But it is what it is. You never know. It is what it is. Merseyside Derby predictions. Oh, is that for the women's Merseyside Derby is taking place today? Is it at Tanfield? Fair enough. Oops. Fair enough indeed. So where was I? I was talking about Scarborough, not, but yeah, that's marvellous. But no, I mean, I say I've watched Mask play against Scarborough on a few occasions, obviously, and we just never seem to beat them, do they? Most places were better back in the day, sadly. Middlesbrough's one of them, for 100%. Middlesbrough's one of them. Oops. Go on. Where's that going to go? Yeah, most places were better back in the day now, unfortunately. It is one of those things. I mean, Middlesbrough's where I live. Do we even talk about Middlesbrough? Do you me? The Middlesbrough's just gone so dead. Sam Lucas on about MK Dons, mate. I've got a spot on my nose. Where was I? Yeah, Middlesbrough's. Oh God, it's awful. So I work voluntary in one of the charity shops. For anyone who doesn't know, it's the charity shop next to McDonald's in Linthorpe. People in Middlesbrough know it's literally opposite the Cleveland Centre. I work in a charity shop next door. And it's the amount of times I'm going there and I'm seeing the town so dead. But it's been the case since they took out TJ Hughes, they took out TK Maxx, Debenhams has gone, House of Fraser's gone, Marks and Spencer's has gone, now Wilco's has gone. What next? Primark? I mean, it's ridiculous, the amount of companies that are either gone bust and, all these towns that, especially Middlesbrough, is classed as statistically the poorest place in the country. And, I can probably understand why. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in Middlesbrough at the moment, other than other than Primark, other than Sports Direct, Next, obviously the Cleveland Centre. Dundas is dead. It's dead as. Especially since they took out, I think it was Fulton Foods, and obviously they got rid of B&M and the Coupland's Cafe, which a lot of people used to go to. I used to go to that cafe a lot in the Dundas, but it's just so dead now. It's ridiculous. I mean, I hate it. I absolutely hate it, because you go into the town now, and you go into the town, and a lot of the times it's just quiet and eerie. I'm on about some. I know there's a B&M and Home Bargains. Well, there's going to be a Home Bargains next to the Riverside. I know about the B&M and Food Warehouse, etc. But I know about that. But I'm talking about Middlesbrough's, Middlesbrough town centre as a whole. There's just nothing. There just doesn't seem to be anything there. It's getting deader and deader. And I know for a fact, working in the charity shop, working in Scope, because it's the Scope charity shop I'm in, working in Scope, some of the custom's awful, because you don't seem to get a lot of custom these days. And it's places like charity shops that actually need the money. The charity shops are the ones that need the money, obviously, because they're raising funds for their charities, obviously. And obviously with Scope, with me, obviously. Scope is obviously a charity where we raise money to help people that are disabled, helping people with disabilities, people that are disabled, and so that they can go on and fulfill their dreams. You got PDSA also in town, the charity shop. YMCA is a charity shop. You've got loads of charity shops, and a lot of people aren't going in them. You actually sometimes get better stuff for cheaper prices in charity shops compared to the main shops, obviously. But it is dead. The town is so dead at the moment, and I can't lie. I've lived in Middlesbrough for my entire 21 years, and back in the day, and I'm sure a lot of people will know, obviously, if you are from Middlesbrough or you've lived in Middlesbrough for a long time, you'll know that obviously back in the day, you'd want to go out of town. You'd want to go out of town. There was shops galore. I once met Bernie Slavin in Debenhams when I was younger, and Obviously, TJ Hughes used to go in the cafe in there. Met a few people in TJ Hughes. Marks and Spencer's used to go in the food bit for. I mean, Marks and Spencer was very expensive, though, in fairness. But it's all them places like that obviously they've gone now, and it's ruining the town. It's ruining the town, and a lot of it's actually probably down to the council. In fairness, I reckon a lot of it's down to the council because I was working voluntary in shelter. A lot of people may be familiar with it. It's where the YMCA now is, opposite World War II buffet. There used to be a shop called Shelter there, which was another charity shop, got closed down by the borough council. For what reason, I have no idea. And then, so they ended up going, and then the YMCA took over. So I don't know what on earth was going on, but a lot of it's the council. The council are just donuts sometimes. So, but well, it is one of them things. It's one of those things. But yeah, the town's dead. The town is just so dead. The draw is on now, ladies and gentlemen. You can go on to ITV1 if you want to watch the draw, obviously, and you can also stick along with us. So I'll give you a full one through the draw. I know a lot of people are going to Teesside Park because there's more in Teesside Park. I mean, Toys R Us was a massive place in Teesside Park. I used to love going there all the time. Bloody riding all the scooters and you name it down the down the shop. Obviously, you can't do that now, can you? But it's one of them things. Town's dead. All people do is drink in pubs and smoke cannabis on a daily basis. That's all. That's literally what it is. They smoke cannabis every 5 seconds. I can smell it in the shop, and it's awful. Teesside Park, Portrack, Yarm, probably the most popular for shopping now. Definitely Teesside Park. Teesside Park's fine. You know, it's fine. I do occasionally go to Teesside Park. They're just showing, obviously, Quay Valley getting through to the first round. Who else? Who's this else? They're just showing them. I think that's Hereford. That's Hereford. And here we go then. Not long to go now until we find out who will be playing who in the next round. Darryl for mayor. You're joking, I wouldn't be able to do that. Dear me. Can't believe they're building a Flannels. It's going to be proper good, mate. There's a Flannels, isn't there a Flannels on the ground floor of Sports Direct? So you know when you go into Sports Direct in Middlesbrough Town Centre, it's like a Flannels or something. Or was that the shop next door or something? But there's definitely a Flannels, I'm sure, in Sports Direct, because you have to go upstairs to get to Sports Direct, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, we can talk about that another time. Obviously, if you want to talk more about it, you can give me a message on Insta. I could talk all bloody day about it. Carrying on, time for the first round draw, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, 80 teams coming into this round. 48 teams, obviously, from the EFL Leagues 1 and League 2. Oh, Harvey's there. Hello, Harv. Thanks for joining us. Harvey, by the way, did create the thumbnail for the Australia stream, by the way, and he's also, I think, creating this. As far as I know, he's still creating the one for Italy, which will be on Tuesday evening. Needham Market versus League 2. Away from home, please. That would be a decent one. You've got to beat York, though, first, which won't be an easy task. Then again, you got a 0-0 draw there, which was quite a result for you. These are the team numbers then that are going to come up on the bottom of your screen very quickly. Before, actually, no, I won't. I'll just do it very quickly. The first 48 teams, obviously, are in alphabetical order from League 1 and League 2. And then numbers 49 onwards are the non-league teams that have qualified from the qualification round. So I'll put the numbers at the bottom anyway. Accrington number 1, Wimbledon number 2, Barnsley 3, Barrow 4, Blackpool 5, Bolton 6, Bradford 7, Bristol Rovers 8, Burton 9, Cambridge 10, Carlisle 11, Charlton 12, Cheltenham 13, Colchester 14, Crawley 15, Crewe 16, Derby 17, Doncaster 18, Exeter 19, Fleetwood 20, Forest Green Rovers 21, Gillingham 22, Grimsby 23, Harrogate 24, Leyton Orient 25, Lincoln 26, Mansfield 27, MK Dons 28, 29 Morecambe, number 30 is Newport, 31 Northampton, 32 Notts County, 33 Oxford, 34 Peterborough, 35 Port Vale, 36 is Portsmouth, 37 Reading, 38 Salford, 39 Shrewsbury, 40 Stevenage, 41 Stockport, 42 Sutton, 43 Swindon, 44 Tranmere, 45 Walsall, 46 Wigan, 47 Wrexham, 48 Wickham. They're all the League One, League Two sides. Carrying on for the non-league clubs, 49 Scarborough Athletic or Oxford City. That's gone to a replay after 2-2 draw. 50 is Oldham. 51 Marine, causing the shock by knocking out Halifax. 52 is Worksop Town. 53 AFC Fylde. 54 Hereford. 55 York or Needham Market, for the lad in the chat that wanted Needham against a League Two team. 56 is Solihull Moors. 57 Chesterfield. 58 Alfreton. 59 Chester, 60 Chelmsford City or Whitby, 61 Curzon Ashton, 62 Kidderminster Harriers, 63 Gateshead, 64 Aldershot, 65 Maidstone, 66 Ramsgate, 67 Averley or Barnet, 68 Hemel Hempstead Town or Woking, 69 is Horsham, and 70 Eastleigh. 71 is Yeovil, 72 Bromley, 73 Maidenhead, 74 Braintree or Chesham United, 75 Bracknell, 76 Worthing, 77 Bournemouth, 78 Crave Valley, 79 Ebbsfleet or Slough Town, and 80 is Billericay or Sheppey United. I'm brave. Unbelievable, Jeff. I was like doing the bloody Jeff Stelling there, just never stopped. There you go. I hope you caught up with the numbers. I'm not going through them all again. No, Joe been back enough is doing the draw, is he? Along with Paul Parker as well. I believe I don't know which. I remember Reading saying there was a former Royal that was doing the draw. Do us a favour, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We've got about 30 odd people in stream. Drop us a like on the stream. That would be absolutely marvellous. It's time to find out the 40 ties then. 80 teams, all in the pot, presented brilliantly by Joby McAnuff. It's time to find out who plays who in the first round draw of the Emirates FA Cup. Here we go. Best of luck to all 80 teams. Your first number is number 61, which is Curzon Ashton. And Curzon Ashton will play a non-league side. It is Averley or Barnet. Curzon Ashton against Averley or Barnet. That's the first tie in this draw. Number 58 is Alfreton Town. And they will play another non-league. That's another non-league tie here. Alfreton Town taking on Worthing. So that's the second draw, and it's a second non-league tie. So another non-league tie today. And another non-league team is Chesterfield, and Chesterfield will play League One Portsmouth. Oh my word. Chesterfield against Pompey. That is a cracking tie for them. Number 6 is Bolton Wanderers of League One. They take on number 56, which is Solihull Moors. Solihull Moors travel to Bolton Wanderers. And if they don't like it, Tough Sheet. That's the name of their stadium, off to the Tough Sheet Stadium. Exeter City are the next team out. They get a home tie against Wigan Athletic. Oh, that is an all-league one tie, and what a tie that'll be. Exeter against Wigan Athletic. That is a difficult tie for Exeter. Leyton Orient are the next team out of the pot, and they play number 11, which is Carlisle United. They've just beaten Carlisle at the weekend by 1-0. Be great if Bracknell Town draw against Reading, as I'm from Bracknell and support Reading. Oh, nice. That'll be interesting, wouldn't it? 62 is the next team out, and that is Kidderminster Harriers. And Kidderminster taking on number 20, which is Fleetwood Town. Kidderminster against Fleetwood Town of League One. Number 54 is Hereford into the first round. And they will be taking on number 22, Gillingham from League Two, who are high-flying at the moment in the top 7 in that league. Hereford versus Gillingham. 79 is Ebbsfleet United or Slough Town. No, Tottenham aren't in until round 3, round 4, mate. Ebbsfleet United or Slough Town taking on Grimsby Town. Number 12 is Charlton Athletic. Charlton Athletic up against number 78. What a tie! What a tie! This will be for them. Quay Valley PM will be travelling to Charlton Athletic. What a tie that is for them. Oxford United. Go on, give them Oxford City. That'll be a derby, wouldn't it? Taking on Maidenhead United. Oxford United against Maidenhead United. That's what you call a decent tie for them. Newport County, the next team out, ladies and gentlemen, number 30, that is. And they're taking on number 50, which is Oldham Athletic. So Oldham Athletic, formerly of League Two, taking on Newport County of League Two. 43, Swindon Town are the next team out, ladies and gentlemen. And Swindon taking on number 64, Aldershot Town of the National League. Yeah, Liam's saying unlucky basically to Exeter. I know it's a tough tie for them. Crewe Alexandra's the next team out, ladies and gentlemen. And they play number 17, an all EFL tie. Crewe taking on Derby County. So that's not going to be the easiest tie, probably for Derby, actually, because Crewe aren't that bad at home. Crewe against Derby, another EFL tie. Mansfield Town, the next team out, who just smashed Notts County, will be taking on Wrexham. An all League Two tie there. Mansfield and Wrexham. Two teams flying high in that league. That's going to be a cracking tie. Marine into the first round again. They take on number 24, which is Harrogate Town. Marine taking on Harrogate Town. A decent home tie for Marine of Masks League. 7th tier taking on 4th tier. Barnsley, the next team out. And they play number 69. What a good number. Taking on Horsham. What a tie that'll be for Horsham. Horsham getting away tie to League One Barnsley. That's going to be a cracking tie for Horsham, that. 35 is Port Vale next, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to keep up with them all. Port Vale taking on number 9, Burton Albion. And that's going to be a Trent derby in a way, isn't it? Both teams playing on the River Trent. Number 34, Peterborough United. Who do the Posh get? And they play Salford. Peterborough versus Salford. League One versus League Two. Number 70, that is Eastleigh of the National League Premier. And they play number 77, which is Boreham Wood. So an all National League tie between Eastleigh and Boreham Wood. Number 7 is Bradford City. They play, a last team from the EFL, actually. Wycombe Wanderers. Bradford City against Wycombe Wanderers. That's a tough one. Very tough one for Bradford, that. Number 80. That's as high as we go. Billericay Town or Sheppey United get a home tie. Against 45, it's an EFL club, and it is Walsall. So Billericay or Sheppey are returned to Walsall. That'll be a decent payday for either of them sides. Why are Peterborough called Posh? The town is anything but posh. It's just their nickname, mate. That's why. I don't know. 39, Shrewsbury Town, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Scotty. Hello, everyone else who's joined us. The Italian Bayern Munich fans, servus. Buongiorno. Chelsea or Arsenal is biggest in London? Well, Chelsea, mate. Easy. Shrewsbury Town or Colchester. Sorry, Shrewsbury Town versus Colchester United. I beg your pardon there. That was the next tie out. Bristol Rovers are the next team out. They play number 60, which is Chelmsford City or Whitby Town. I tell you what, if that is Whitby going to Bristol Rovers, that's a long trek. That's a very, very long trek for Whitby, that. That is one heck of a journey because Whitby's about 50 minutes from where I am in Middlesbrough. And it is on the Yorkshire Moors. That's a long journey to Bristol if they end up getting them. Lincoln City get an all EFL tie against Morecambe, who just went down to League Two this season. Number 42 is Sutton United. They're struggling in League Two at the moment. Sutton taking on AFC Fylde of the National League. Newcastle, my friend asks, aren't in until round 3. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. 3 biggest clubs in England: Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Yep, can't disagree with that. Here's Reading, and Reading take on MK Dons. Oh, I don't think Luke will be exactly chuffed, but it is an away tie, and it is Reading versus MK Dons. That's going to be a class game, that. An all-League 1 tie, I believe that is. Doncaster Rovers take on Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Doncaster versus Accrington Stanley. No, I think MK Dons are League 2, aren't they? Number 59 is Chester, who knocked out Hartlepool. They get a... Chester take on York City on Needham Market. So sadly for the Needham Market guy in the chat, they haven't got a League 2 team. They will be away to Chester if they beat York, which won't be easy. Here's Scarborough Oxford. They get a home tie against an EFL side. It's Forest Green Rovers who knocked out South Shields the other season with, I think Connor Wickham it was, scoring a goal from the halfway line. Scarborough Oxford City against Forest Green Rovers. Notts County will take on Crawley. And that is another League 2 clash of the 2 teams that are high flying in the league. Stockport County currently top of the league in League 2. They will be hosting number 52, which is Worksop Town of Mask United's league. That is top of League 2, taking on Worksop of the 7th tier. Good tie that is for Worksop. 71 is Yeovil Town, formerly of the Football League. They will be taking on number 63, Gateshead. Oh, that's a long journey. That is one very long journey. Gateshead, who are literally in Northumberland, going all the way down to Somerset to play Yeovil Town. Enjoy that long trek, Gateshead. That's a long journey down. Stevenage taking on Tranmere Rovers. Again, another EFL tie, that is. It's a long journey for Gateshead. Bloody hell. 74 is Braintree Town or Chesham United. Take on 65. Ramsgate. We are on to the final 5 ties now, ladies and gentlemen. Almost there. 72 is indeed Bromley. And Bromley will take on EFL side Blackpool. Bromley versus Blackpool. Enjoy your team, whoever you follow. Yeah, cheers. AFC Wimbledon are the next team. They are at home. They play 13. Cheltenham Town. Wimbledon versus Cheltenham. It's not a bad day out for Needham Market if they get Chester. That's all I will say. Cambridge United taking on Bracknell. Bracknell Town away to Cambridge United of League 1, I believe. Number 31, Northampton. 3 teams left. They're all non-league teams. Northampton take on... No, they're not all League 2 teams. They're not all non-league teams. Northampton are taking on Barrow of League 2. Ramsgate to the final home team. They'll take on number 68, which is Hemel Hempstead or Woking, and another non-league tie. So very interesting ties there. Some decent League 2 clashes, I've got to say as well there. Nat Reading versus Nat Reading v MK Dons one, and Exeter versus Wigan's going to be a very intriguing tie. Right then. So, the first round draw is finished. And these are your official first round ties. God help me. Curzon Ashton versus Aveley or Barnet. Alfreton Town taking on Worthing. Chesterfield versus Portsmouth. Bolton Wanderers versus Solihull Moors. Exeter City versus Wigan Athletic. Leyton Orient taking on Carlisle United. Kidderminster Harriers taking on Fleetwood Town. Hereford versus Gillingham. Ipswich United or Slough taking on Grimsby Town. Charlton Athletic versus Quay Valley. What a tie that is for Quay. Oxford United versus Maidenhead United. Newport County versus Oldham Athletic. Swindon Town versus Aldershot. Crewe Alexandra taking on Derby County. Mansfield versus Wrexham. What a tie that'll be. Marine taking on Harrogate Town. What a good payday that'll be for them. Barnsley taking on Horsham. An unbelievable away tie for the non-league side. Port Vale taking on Burton Albion in what will be a Trent derby in a way. Peterborough United taking on Salford City. Eastleigh versus Boreham Wood. Bradford City versus Wycombe Wanderers. Billericay Town or Sheppey United versus Walsall. Shrewsbury Town versus Colchester United. Bristol Rovers versus Chelmsford City or Whitby Town. Lincoln City versus Morecambe. Sutton United versus AFC Fylde. Reading versus MK Dons. That'll be a class tie. Doncaster Rovers versus Accrington Stanley. Chester versus York City or Needham Market. Scarborough Athletic or Oxford City taking on Forest Green Rovers. Notts County versus Crawley Town. Stockport County versus Walks versus Get Your Teeth In. We'll try again. Notts County versus Crawley Town. Stockport County versus Worksop Town. Yeovil Town versus Gateshead. Long journey for them. Stevenage versus Tranmere Rovers. Braintree Town or Chesham United versus Maidstone United. Bromley versus Blackpool. AFC Wimbledon versus Cheltenham Town. Cambridge United versus Bracknell Town. Northampton Town versus Barrow. And the final tie is Ramsgate versus Hemel Hempstead Town or Woking. Okay. Got there. We got there in the end. Some very intriguing ties there, I have to say. Some good League One ties, some very good League Two ties as well. I've got to say, some very exciting ties, especially where League One is concerned. We've obviously got Exeter versus Wigan in there. We've also got a good tie between MK Dons and Reading away from home as well. That's going to be an interesting one. And don't forget, we've also got some good League Two ties as well. With Stockport County, they're high flying in the league as well. Wrexham taking on... I can't remember who they're taking on now. Oh dear, I can't remember who they're taking on. I've gone off it now. I need to go back. I need to... I'll be able to find it again. I can't remember who they got now, Wrexham. Ugh. I can't remember who Wrexham got. Who did Wrexham get in the cup? They did have an All-League 2 tie. Yeah, Mansfield. That's a good tie. Really, really good tie. I'll say. I don't know which ties will be televised. There might be one or two ties that are televised for the FA Cup. I'll give you just to let you know, for anyone whose club is in this round, obviously, your tie dates are the week commencing the 3rd of November. So literally just in November. So November 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Most likely the actual ties will be played on the 4th of November. So that weekend is that's going to be an interesting weekend for Exeter. They're playing Borough on the Tuesday night, and then they're playing against then they're going to be playing against Wigan at home. Well, Borough obviously travelled to Exeter, and then they're playing against Plymouth. But that's the draw done, ladies and gentlemen. Some very interesting ties there. I say you'll have to let me know, obviously, in the comment section, of course, if you're happy with your team's draw, if they were in this round. And, of course, make sure you feel free to make sure you tune in on Tuesday night. Myself, Dad, and most likely Ian Martin will be live for you for the England versus Italy Euro qualification game. A big game for England, because if England win, they will qualify for the Euros by the looks of it, which will obviously take place in Germany. Oh my God, that's a poor Dad. Cheers for the live coverage. Thanks very much. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Love you all. Yes. Thanks very much indeed. See you. Yep. Buying on Milan, who's bigger? Daft question. Buying easily. Is that all the comments? That was mostly, really. If need a market, get through to get Chester. Not bad. I know it's not bad. I tell you, it's a long journey for Gateshead, though. For Gateshead, they're travelling to Yeovil Town. That's a bloody long trek for them. But there you go. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget, I'll be back again soon, or back again on Tuesday for England versus Italy, live with Dad and Liam, of course. Take care. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I've been Donald Johnson. It's been a pleasure as always. See you on Tuesday. Bye.